This is why setting boundaries is hard. More about boundaries. I had a perfectly normal childhood, but imagine a young girl that is yelled at regularly. For her, this becomes normal. Later, it will be normal for her friend to yell at her, for her partner to yell at her, for her boss to yell at her. So she would say, I had a perfectly normal childhood. We can
So
agree that.
this is
Uh
okay.
huh. We can agree
This is
that.
where things I have two options as well because I'm kind of confused. So
Oh, here?
yeah, but I'm not sure. Let's read it out and then we will see.
Okay. What she doesn't know, she enables this behavior. She couldn't stop what happened in the past, but now she is part of the problem and a solution. Okay, you want to explain? You want to explain how you reached this? So this is like she would still say, I had a perfectly normal childhood. We can agree that being yelled at is far from perfectly normal, but only if you distance yourself, you can be aware of this change. Okay, let's talk through
Yeah,
what
these
you're
two
trying
last
to say. What are you
slides.
trying to say?
Yeah. My starting point was that actually I was thinking and I was talking with some friend about many examples when people are just saying, yeah, everything was normal in mine. Like, what's wrong with me? Or what's wrong? I mean, I had everything in my childhood that I needed.
Hmm.
So, but then when you kind of dig deeper, you see that, for example, yelling or um, arguments, physical fights, or so that was present, and that also affected them. So, but they are not aware of it because this was so normal for them. Um, my metaphor that I had when I started to create that was, does the fish know that water is wet?
Hmm.
So no, because they are too much into water, so they don't know the water is wet.
Hmm.
This is why they don't know that what is happening.
Is that really true? Like that those people, like it becomes the norm, like if you're always yelled at, like as an adult, are they also living in that environment?
Can you repeat?
Like just because they were yelled at as a child doesn't mean they're getting yelled at as an adult, right?
Oh, of course. The thing is, if it's common for them to be yelled at,
Hmm.
they wouldn't surprise if someone else yell at them. I mean, this is everything we say is just, you know, just one point of it for some cases, but for some other cases, you have people that would say, my mom had the right to yell at me, but nobody else. So this is also what can happen. Um, the point is that for one idea is that if you get used to something, you will not be surprised by that in the future.
Okay.
So if a person is yelled at,
So how does
and
that play out as an adult?
it's normal if a person is working, I don't know, if a person has a job and they are having a boss
Hmm.
that screams at
Always yell at them.
employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal. They're stressing out. They when they see that they got an email from their boss, they kind of have anxious rush. But this is it. They don't change the job. They don't search for another job. This is how things are. They would say like, yeah, this is the real world. This is the real world. You don't have like unicorns so that you can have like perfect job. Like in every job it's the same thing. So this is how probably many of them um, would feel.
And who are you
This,
speaking to then?
sorry,
Who are you speaking to?
I'm speaking. You mean, do I have a specific person on my mind?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
yeah, or a kind of person.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have. Um, I mean, these are people that I had on my mind specifically. I was thinking about some women that um, I perceive as ladies that are searching for help, but actually they are not searching for help. So they're doing some, I don't know, retreats, some um, spiritual, I don't know, gatherings or something. So they kind of wanna help themselves, but actually they're not doing it. So this was my what I was having on
What
my
what
mind.
what should they be doing?
They what they are doing is um how to say it, they're what they should do, they should see themselves as part of the problem, not because it looks like they build identity over person with some kind of healing process. We talked about that before. So they kind of blame other people. They blame their childhood, or they blame the environment, or they blame themselves for not being, I don't know, good enough or something. But the point is, instead of blaming themselves, to actually blaming whoever, to actually see their subconscious patterns as part of the problem. So now they're not aware of decisions they are making that are contributing to their dissatisfaction. So my advice for them is that they need to see their patterns, to search for patterns, so that they can be aware of how they are contributing this.
It's too broad of excuse me. It's too broad of a topic, right? Don't you
Yeah.
think?
So how can I specify if this is too broad?
What's something specific? Um so the in the example that you would give, like what's a common, what do you think is like a common behavior that somebody like that, mm,
What do you mean? Common behavior would be like, if I imagine like this person at work,
mhm.
common behavior is to,
Specific is always better.
yeah.
The
If,
thing is like, yeah, go ahead.
so if I imagine this person at work, um, she would be afraid of her boss, of how people would see her, and so
Like
it
anxiety, like.
yes, she will be anxious about that, or anxious about yeah, anxious about
And you think though that these people think that being anxious is normal?
yeah. I mean, maybe they would complain, but they would stay there. You have people that are anxious
Hmm.
and they stare at the same place for 10 years.
And they think it is normal.
Maybe they don't say that it's normal, but probably part of them think they can't, it cannot be better than that. Everywhere is the same.
And these are the same people that are like seeking. spirituality and therapy and all of that, the self
Yeah, I
help
mean,
stuff.
yeah. So from my experience about
Hmm.
some people that I kind of had contact with, personal contact. So it looks like they are more interested in these practices than in really like sitting and diving deeper into root causes.
And usually those are the people that are like at work, stressed, anxious, but they think that's just normal.
Yeah, so I'm not talking about all people or something.
Hmm.
I'm just talking about these specific
Hmm.
case.
There's a lot of them. Like I would say, if I go to Gabby Bernstein's like event,
Hmm.
like pretty much everyone there is gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Every single person there is dealing with some sort of anxiety, some sort of
When I
chronic
talked
illness. Yeah.
when I talked to one person,
Hmm.
and this person shared with me that she knows like five, six women in her environment that
Hmm.
are all single, all are having the same issues.
Hmm.
They have, I don't know, from 35 to 50 years or something. Um, and they are not, they have never been to therapy, but they've been to these, I don't know, Reiki, some spiritual courses. And
Hmm.
when she confronted them, like, why don't you seek for like real help? They would say, no,
Hmm.
I don't have money for that. So they feel accepted in these environments because they're not being judged, but they are not fixing their problem.
Hmm.
So it looks like they're definitely getting some contact, probably, uh, and they're uncomfortable. They're anxious in like new environment when they're in like regularly social environments, like not that spiritual one. Um,
I mean, I don't know if those two things are related. I think I think they're just a coincidence
okay,
because I think.
this reminded
Go
me
ahead.
when you said that that event from Gabby Bernstein. That
Yeah, I think what's happening is
mhm,
um, those type of message attracts people that um, it's really attractive for people that don't actually want to face the work, right?
mhm,
Because they say, oh, you just trust the universe will take care of it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
But the thing is, what ends up happening is, but I don't think that's the reason why. But at the same time, what you're saying is the reason why they have those is because probably they grew up in an environment where something was normal.
yeah.
And maybe, for example, like it can be as simple as if you grew up in an environment where you were never taken serious, like as a girl you were never taken
Mhm.
seriously, meaning, oh, it's like, oh, you're gonna go to college, oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Right. For example, right, like, or like, oh, you're starting a business, oh, you're starting a little blog, oh, that's cute. Your
Right.
hobby. Then what happens is like that becomes the norm to you. I feel like up to here was good,
Yeah.
right? But this is how you can use, like, this is how you can anchor it even better. like like a girl growing up in a loud environment. Let's go with this for now. Will believe it's completely normal. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we'll do the other anchoring by saying something like, just like a fish doesn't know things being in water. Well, maybe some we need a maybe you know what we need something like oh because that's all she knows. Just like a fish doesn't know they're wet
Mm-hmm.
because that's all they know. And then like see
Let's
the
start from the
problem is
beginning,
though
just to see, that just to
we just don't have the lesson.
just a teeny tiny problem.
Tiny problem. Here, what we have to do now is um, like imagine like um, girl parents fighting, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try this one. I mean, an image like this is good because I can probably put the copy up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Would you put that picture over two frames or only on one?
Hell no. Why would I
Hell,
put it over 2 frames?
it looks like it's like, I don't know,
Horizontal.
rectangular shape.
Yeah. Well, if it's that, I think maybe this one will work better, right? Do you know what I mean? Do you see my screen still?
Yes, yes.
The thing is, I would probably do this in Photoshop
What do you
because
want to do right now?
I want to make the background blue like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I mean I hope there's a better tool that can do that. Um, I don't know if you can do it here, but you see how like you can see like what I want to do is I want to make it so that it just blends in here, right? For example. So to do that, I would probably bring it in Photoshop and do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, what I'll do is I'll just fake it. I'll just fake it till I make it. So
What
what
are
I'll do
you
is,
doing? Where is that option?
so what I did was that image.
Okay.
I I I put a fill. Fill is like a color in it with the gradient.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of an image, now it's a gradient, right? And then I can pick a color, and then I'm gonna pick like this color. That's where I want it to fade from, and then I'm gonna fade it to the same color, but make it an opacity of 0.
I didn't understand a word, but
You don't understand.
no.
Um, Basically, what I'm doing here
So you're now
is,
editing, you're not editing picture, you're editing oh, I see. You want to kind of make this background smoother.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. But I don't know how to do it. It's not working. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe that just doesn't work. I'll bring it back. Yeah, I just want that background to be like smoother.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like normally, what I'll do is I'll just bring it in Photoshop. You know, maybe what I can do is like this. Yeah, I'll just do it in Photoshop for now.
Okay, and will the letters stay gray?
You know, like I think in Canva, you can
Mm-hmm.
actually like cut out the background.
Yeah, but it's for paid version.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm learning Photoshop right now, so
Are you?
maybe I surprise you.
Yeah. So maybe I'll take this, um, bring it in Photoshop like that.
And the same thing, copy and paste in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What I usually do is like if there's like a little bit of space there, I'll
Okay.
just drag that. You see how I took just a
Yeah.
little slice of that,
Yeah.
and then I just drag that. See like this.
Awesome. Perfect.
You can still see the line here. So what I would, if I really want to make it perfect, I just
Mm-hmm.
made another layer. So the same layer twice. You see that?
Uh-huh.
And then the top layer, I'll just kind of blur it a little bit. You see that? I'm blurring
Yeah.
it. So you see this?
Yeah.
So there's like the blur version here.
Mm-hmm.
Because like here, I can kind of still see the lines. So I'll blur it and I'll use the eraser to like erase the part at the bottom only. Then you see the top part is still blurred.
Okay.
So it looks even
I
better. You
see.
see
I
like
see. So it's
before. Yeah.
double. The upper
Yeah.
part is doubled and lower part is only like
Yeah.
one piece. Okay. And I think that you cannot like copy and paste from, you can?
Yeah, of course you can.
So from Photoshop to Figma, you just copied and pasted.
Hmm. So here, I guess we'll say a girl growing up in a loud environment. Like here, the picture is like so centered, right? You see how
Mm-hmm.
the photo is like very centered.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would center the text also.
Oh,
Otherwise, it looks kind of weird like this.
Now, when you change it, I see it, but I wouldn't see that before.
And like the color wise, I guess, I don't know. First, I'll try white and then I'll try black. Black obviously is more
Mm-hmm.
better, so I'll make it. You know, here actually, I will probably keep the colors the same. Like it's black with 50% opacity.
Mm-hmm.
That's why even if you put it over here, it still works.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll highlight like that word or something.
Okay.
But then here, you know, what I didn't tell you is here, what we can do is like a woman getting yelled at office, right? Now we can take something like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. We have good white space and we can use it.
Good job. Good job, Yelena. Good job. You
But I'm
see
not
here is
sure
like a
about
little.
that corner. Yeah.
I know. So I would. Okay. First thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try to cut here, so you can kind of see that that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to just do is, but here it looks like this part can work, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just drag this even more, right?
Oh.
And then here, normally what I would do is, so I'm going to make a copy of it again. You
Can
see
you do
that?
the same thing again with blurring and erasing?
Yeah, I'm going to try that. But I'm going to go one step further.
Okay.
So I'm going to first make this thing brighter. Because you see how by just making it brighter,
Yeah.
you see the
I
background
see. I see. I see.
almost like disappears.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try that first. And then
Hmm.
same thing. You see, like, because behind here is still the original image. You see that? This is just a layer. You see?
Oh, so
Do you
you,
see what I mean?
yeah.
So if I delete, like, for example, a
But
part
you
of this,
doubled it, or when you were doing this function, it
yeah,
creates another layer.
I made a copy of it before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I made a copy of it and I made it like brighter.
Okay.
And then now I'm gonna like delete the bottom of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna use like an eraser to delete it like that. You see that?
Okay. And
And
where
then
is that
you see the
eraser?
top?
Okay.
You see the top?
Yeah. I see.
I'm gonna make it even brighter.
I see.
Now,
And tell me, please, where is the eraser?
eraser is over here.
And just that, just you click that, and you're
But if you also hit E, so you see what you don't see is I'm using shortcuts for everything. So if I hit E on my keyboard,
okay.
it goes to eraser automatically.
Oh,
If
E.
I hit A, yeah, if I hit A,
Mhm.
it goes to the arrow. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see.
So I was doing that, yeah. So now that I have these two things, I'm gonna merge them. I'm gonna take the image and then put it in here.
Just like that.
You see?
Yeah.
And then I'll center this again. We'll believe it's completely normal. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess you know what? I think I need a little more aggressive, like this one. But it has this like bar in the middle, which sucks.
Why do you think you
Oh
need
man,
it needs to be a little bit more aggressive? I mean, I kind of liked
like
this
you
one.
think it's fine? You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you like it, we'll leave it.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do something like we can make it a little bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A girl growing up in a toxic environment will believe it's completely normal
Completely normal.
because that's all she knows. Just like a fish, I guess, fish.
Fish in a ball.
There's that cartoon, right? It's like, remember this one?
No.
Morning, how's the water? What the hell is water? Yeah, I guess we can just use something like this. I think it'll work. I mean, obviously we can do better. Do you understand what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, but let's just go with it for now. Because that's all they know. We agree that getting yelled at. Okay, so what's the lesson, Yelena? We can agree that being yelled at is far from being perfect in the world, but okay. So knowing this, so I set you up. So just like um, if a girl grew up in an environment where they're getting a toxic environment, she's gonna think that's normal, just like a fish doesn't go by. So now when we set the premise up, what's the
Hmm.
lesson, Yelena? What should we do then?
Yelena.
What should we do? What should we do then, Yelena? If it's not normal.
You're putting pressure on me, please. Uh, so what should we do? I mean, I can explain it, but I think you know what should we do from what we said so far. So this person doesn't know that now she couldn't control the past, but she's contributing the present. What she needs to do is to become aware of, to put their awareness inside how they feel in these events. So,
Got it. So you have to be more aware of your emotions.
yeah.
Well, so how does that specifically have to do with? Because right now, what we're trying to debunk is the fact that what you think is normal is not normal,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I do think it should go back to like anxiety, like you know, like the way to make this carousel much better, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
would be to start out with something that talks about mm, I mean, I would love to start out with some sort of a data, like what percentage of people or what percentage of women uh like struggles with anxiety, like struggles with anxiety like on a normal like on a normal basis, like or something like that,
So
right?
imagine that we have a percentage, like
Hmm.
20 percentage of women is dealing with anxiety every day.
Something like that. Yeah.
How would we use that?
Then I would say, you know, um, when uh, when we live in a environment that creates anxiety, we believe that that's normal, right?
Okay.
Just like a girl growing up in a toxic environment is going to think that's normal when she grows up,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So, you know, like your anxiety is not normal. You better get that shit checked out by a therapist. If you want to book a coaching call, go to my link in bio.